Hey guys, wanted to talk about supply and demand, a little bit of economics 101 and how important it is to understand this concept. I like to use it as kind of a building block foundation for entering the stock market, trying to pick out certain companies, stocks. If you're going to be looking at charts utilizing technical analysis, you've probably heard of terms such as support, meaning resistance, or resistance, meaning support, those kind of significant levels and what exactly they mean. This little 101 should help kind of clarify and give you those steps in the process of understanding such concepts. So pretty much overall, what is the simple definition of supply and demand? It's the overall relationship between the quantity of a product, a commodity that your producers are going to sell at a certain price, and it's going to be the quantity that the consumers want to buy or that their desired price is for that. So, how we summarize this is I have these three charts that I like to put together. And what we have here is on the axis is the price, and then on the x axis we have the demand and the supply in these two charts that I have drawn out here. In the first chart, we look at demand. When demand is low, the price is high. So who's going to go out and buy the new, let's say, for example, the new PS5, right? That's out on the market. PS5 going for $2,000. We can't seem to find it anywhere. But are you really going to pay $2,000 when it goes for 500 or 600 bucks? There you go. That demand is not going to be quite there. But as we go down lower and lower, you start to notice an increase in the demand as we approach the x-axis. And hey, if that PS5 goes on sale, very hot item this time of the season, hey, demand is going to step up. The same can be said on the other side in the second chart where we have the price versus the supply. And so the supply is low where we have a lower price point. As the price increases, we meet excess supply. So in this example, PS5 is very high in supply and we have a high price met there. But as the supply gets lower, we decrease the price in that scenario. And here is possibly the most important chart, is the third and final, is combining these two concepts, because essentially it is what we are doing in the market when we are trading stocks or trying to find companies to put our hard dollars to work and understand, is this a good entry point to be buying these shares at, or if I'm trading a contract and options or that sort of thing. You got to put these concepts together to understand where you are in the playing field. And what happens is you have this clash of your supply and demand with the price in relation to that. And overall, what you're looking at is going back to the definition of supply and demand. It's the relationship between the quantity of a product or stock, and that you're looking at the price versus that. What is the producer going to put that price at? What is the consumer going to put that price at? And essentially, that is what we are doing in the stock market. We are trading company stocks. For every time there's a buyer of shares, there's going to be a seller on the other end of that spectrum. So now we're going to go to the stock chart and try to see how we can put this all together. So as we look at this, we have a chart of AMD here on the daily. These are daily candles, and as you can see, I have two highlighted areas here. We have a high supply area here with decreased demand. So what happens is that the price meets resistance here. So that resistance level, it's pretty much the price level where a stock doesn't gain or above in a period of time. And then on the other end, you have the support level where you have demand stepping in, taking over in the market. So you have more buyers, and price meets that significant support level. It's very interesting, and you could try this with many different stocks, and you'll notice these ranges. Once you understand these ranges of supply and demand, and also support and resistance levels, you will get the overall bigger picture and see how these levels are established, and then detect certain breakouts. As you can see, old resistance became support, and here we are days later into a new price range where we have a new supply level or resistance level with a new support and new demand level. So we went from a range of about $57 to $50, and now our new trading range is about $85 to $75. So what is supply? Supply is the number of shares available for purchase at a certain price, whereas demand is the number of orders for shares at that certain price. So if a stock is in a strong uptrend, you're going to have strong demand. If a stock is going to be on a strong downtrend, you're going to have excess supply. Support is pretty much the price level where a stock is not going to fall below in that period of time, when then resistance is a price level where a stock can't just seem to break it because you have excess supply and decreased demand where the price meets resistance. Guys, if you want to learn more about this, you can visit me at thetradestudy.com, and I'll be glad to help you out. Hope you enjoyed this short video covering a little bit of supply and demand and support and resistance levels. Have a great one.